What's up, guys? So I'm about to eat some quinoa and some tomatoes, but I wanted to talk about change while I do that real quick. Real quick, I want to talk about change. So, it seems that, from my experience, we resist change. It reminds me a lot of I notice in relationships. So people in relationships, they wait until they refuse to change their relationship. And often, change doesn't happen until either one person or the other decides to call an end to the relationship. The significance behind that is that, from my experience and also from what I've witnessed, it seems that the end of the relationship often should have happened much longer before it actually does. So it seems that we hold on till the last thread, and we're very resistant to change. A relationship is just a very good or easy to follow example, but we seem to do that with life in general, from my opinion. So it seems a lot of times we know what we need to do. We just don't want to do it. A lot of times we know what's wrong. For lack of a better way to put it, we know what's wrong. And we know that something needs to change. We know that something needs to be different because it's not working out. Whatever it may be in your life, whether it's the people in your life or the way you are, from my experience, it starts with you. Of course, you have to decide to make the changes. Anyways, my point was that it seems that we know a lot of times when things are not very good, and we're just resistful to change, and we'll hold on to our comfort zone, even when our comfort zone is hurting us, even when our comfort zone sucks. But it's because we're so used to it seems. And a relationship seems to be a great example and an easy to follow example, because I see it everywhere, and I've experienced it personally. It seems like by the time the relationship ends, it really was clear that the relationship should have ended long before. With that being said, whatever kind of change we eventually decide to make, it seems that a lot of times it has to be once we have no other choice, pretty much. Once we're completely out of options, and we have to think about really what our life has become, what our life is, and what we would like our life to be. And I believe being aware of that is possibly a good start to maybe embracing change and taking initiative before that desperate moment comes where you have no choice anymore. However, I've experienced this, in my life, where basically I was forced to change because my life had become basically completely unenjoyable, very much so. But it happened because I didn't realize I was resisting change, and I was holding on to my past. I was trying to hold on to something that was already deteriorating or had already deteriorated. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's a good word, I believe. Anyways, so a lot of times we hold on to things, whether it's a personality, whether it's our past, whether it's whatever it may be, and we comfort ourselves. And I found that, myself included, obviously, but we comfort ourselves with things like food, things like smoking or drinking, myself included. I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. And so to try to change from one day to another is not the point. But I think honesty is a great place to start. And for example, with me, the way I felt about it was I got too old to keep trying to pretend or to keep lying to myself. I got too old. I started to get too old basically to be embarrassed about who I was. It didn't make no sense to me anymore. I didn't really care. I was getting too old. I didn't have time for that. I needed to start making changes. So I needed to start paying attention. Okay, how do I feel about the person I am, my past, where I want to go, and what I want to do? And it's all good. There was a bunch of uncomfortable thoughts, a bunch of uncomfortable reflection, a bunch of uncomfortable honesty, confusing. It took months, even years, for me to kind of go through it. And now I'm still going through it, fair to say. But I've had a lot of experience with it. So change, guys. That's what this video was basically about. Change seems to be, sometimes we resist change, and we should really try to embrace it. And I think a great way to embrace change is to be honest with ourselves, with what's going on in our lives, what we would like to be a part of our lives, the kind of people you would like around you. And then you, I believe, in my opinion, then now you know what kind of person you more or less want to become. Because the kind of people you want around you, that's probably the kind of person you want to be. So start being honest about it. Are you really being who you are, or are you being more like, are you kind of meeting the expectations of the people around you more? And sometimes it hurts because the people you love the most are kind of like the people you're trying to please, or you're trying to like compromise yourself, your own being, to like kind of make it work with them. And so sometimes it's really hard to basically distance yourself from certain surroundings or to embrace change, etc. But I believe anybody who has ever progressed or experienced significant growth in their life, regardless of what age, understands that that is a part of it. And from my experience, it definitely is. So I'll leave it at that, guys. I just want to make a video about change. Embrace change. Eat healthy. I'm eating quinoa. That's a great change. You don't do it overnight. You could just start adding like healthy things to your meals. Maybe add extra tomatoes to your burger. Maybe add a side of quinoa to your steak. Maybe add broccoli to your pasta. Whatever it may be, just start. You don't have to just go all out. Maybe eat one less donut a week. Whatever it may be, just start pushing in the right direction and start introducing yourself to health foods, etc. That's my suggestion, and I'll drop more videos. And anybody who watches these, I appreciate. Anybody that enjoys these videos at all or has enjoyed any of my videos, I appreciate it. I'll talk to y'all later. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Enjoy your family, cherish your life, cherish your moment. And when things aren't perfect, from my experience, just be tough, hold on tight, and be true to yourself, as cheesy as that might sound. And something will come from it. You will learn something, and from my opinion. Okay, so talk to you later, guys. Peace out.